Hello, Rise Up Visionaries. I'm Susan May, and I'm here to share my journey to inspire you on your journey of unplugging. Okay, it's Monday, we're mid-May, and I just want to let you know two things before I jump into today's topic, which is that bravery is a muscle. The first thing is that I will not be live Wednesday. I am really proud of myself how I've kept up this schedule of being live Monday and Wednesday at 11, but my family has a busy week this week. So instead, I'm doing a 2-for-1 today, and I will be live here for a few minutes, and then I'm going live in my Gather and Get Moving group, which is a private group. And over there, I'm going to be sharing about this Exit and Build Summit that I attended virtually over the weekend, and I'm going to share my review of it and my thoughts. I'm really excited to do that. I'm also going to be sharing some more personal things that I am not sharing here. And so if you are not in my Gather and Get Moving group yet, I encourage you to get over there and join. I can put a link to the group in the comments. So again, I will be live today, but not on Wednesday this week. I always look forward to connecting with you, so you can email me at riseup@togetherwalking.com, or you can message me here on Facebook. So I've had this thought about bravery in my head, but I want to back up a little bit and just talk about my vision and my mission here at Rise Up with Susan May. And my mission is to help medical freedom advocates overcome anxiety and overwhelm so they can move forward with peace and confidence and clarity. Sounds pretty awesome, right? So it's natural for us to feel these feelings of uncertainty, of anxiety, even fear, overwhelm, because there's so much going on in the world. So it's perfectly normal for us to feel that way. But I believe we need to move into more empowered feelings so that we can begin creating the world that we envision for our future and for our children. And that's what I want to help people do. I feel equipped to do that because I'm doing it in my own life. And so I have outlined this path for people to follow, and I have outlined steps and actions that people can take on this path. So, and I've called it the path to peace. In the beginning, people often feel very alone when they start questioning things. And they feel a lot of anxiety. They may be researching like crazy, but they don't feel like they can speak up about their beliefs. And so this path starts with us being really not true to ourselves. We don't feel like we can be open about what we really think and feel and what our beliefs are, or even if it's just questions, even if we're not sure what we believe. And so as we progress along this path, it's really about becoming more true to ourselves, being more true to our beliefs, living in alignment with them, which often means being more open about our beliefs. We don't have to be shouting them all the time, but we don't hide them away either. And when we do that, we start attracting all the people in the world that align with us, which is an amazing thing. But until we do it, we feel really scared. We feel scared about losing the people we do love right now. Okay, so here's this path to peace that I have outlined. But I realized it could as easily be called path to being true to yourself, or path to being brave. Because the more we become ourselves, that is an act of bravery, because we're not hiding parts of ourselves away and trying to fit in and worrying about what other people think. That is what it is to be brave. Being brave is a muscle. We need to use it. So in our society, we have been conditioned to be obedient to authority from the time we are little children. Whether it's in the parenting paradigms, in schools, you have to raise your hand to speak, you have to raise your hand to go to the bathroom, you name it. It's all about listening to authority and what they have to say about what we should know to be true, what we're learning, what we do. The medical establishment, same thing. It's always listen to the experts. You're not a doctor. You didn't go to med school. And then the media puts the final kind of nail in the coffin there by presenting to us with constant information and telling us what we should think, who we should not like, who we should like. So we have been conditioned to be obedient. And this is really hard when we want to be brave, because we don't want to stand out. We don't want to be the person asking the question or doing things differently. So I believe we must start being brave in small ways because our brave muscles are underused and underdeveloped. And it's nothing to be ashamed of because it's not our fault. It's the world we were born into, it's the way we were raised. But we do have to face the reality that we are out of practice. We don't know how to be true to ourselves and how to step into that courage, that bravery. So it's nothing to be ashamed of. It just means we have work to do. It's just like when we get out of physical shape. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It just means, okay, I need to get back into better habits again. If you are not finding ways to be brave in small ways today, it will be very difficult to be brave in big ways in the future. So I encourage you to find small ways. That's what I have been doing for the past 2 years, whether it's not wearing my mask into the grocery store before the official deadline was over. Masks was a big one for me to test my bravery out on. Whether it's being more vocal online and sharing my thoughts and my beliefs, which that's been a journey for me for many, many years. Or trying to have a conversation with a friend or a loved one. Just being true to myself. Open. When I started that blog, it was a feeling of freedom. Like, I'm saying what I really think, what I really believe. And I would always be nervous when I hit publish. I would be so scared. And then I find out the next day that mostly nothing happened, which was a little deflating, if I'm being honest. The world didn't change because I published a blog post, you know? I like to poke fun at myself. But the point is, the more times we're brave, the easier it gets. So please find small ways to be brave because we need to be strong in this future that's coming at us. No matter what, the stronger and braver we are, and you know what else helps us be brave? When we get together, which is why I'm all about creating safe communities for all of us medical freedom advocates so we can encourage each other, cheer each other on, share stories, and inspire each other. I love you all so much, and I wish you a very, very good week. I'd love to hear from you. Drop me a comment or message me. And I am heading over now to my Gather and Get Moving group to go live there. I'd love to see you there. And anything else? I think that's everything for now. But you know what I'm going to say now. Please remember always to be bold, be brave, be you, because who else is there to be? I'll see you again in a week. Have a good one. Bye.